What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So, filming this on Sunday, airing it on Monday, but, I should be getting today, for you guys, for me tomorrow, the rest of Blade. So, you'll see that video in the next day or so. Boo, I know we're definitely going to get Boo and Blade. Those are both in my town, and Jill Valentine technically should also arrive. So, for me, it's going to be a triple unboxing. Wife's also out of town. Going to Vegas with her mom and whatnot. So it's going to be at minimum 3 statues this week. However, I did do, believe it or not, probably 6 or 7 hours worth of changing shelves and moving a little things. So you'll notice that the 60-inch shelf is now gone. And instead, it's 2 48-inch. That's a 24-inch deep. That's a 20-inch deep one. But this is brought forward to allow that extra space. Now, the reason I did this is doing some measurements. Jon Snow is a very deep statue, and on this particular shelf, he can only go to right there. He can't fit in the whole shelf, so he has to hang off the shelf. And Night King's actually even deeper than him. So we have that extra depth there, because he is nearly 2 feet deep. So he's going to be almost to the back of the wall. And additionally, he is nearly 19 inches wide. I only had about 17 inches. I didn't have the depth or the width. And so I was like, yeah, we got to do something about it. Because Khaleesi bust, she'll fit there fine. Like, her base is probably the size of that base. The only thing is her dragon wing is pretty wide. And so it will extend out into this shelf. Then again, it's just a wing, so it's not a huge deal. So Khaleesi bust will go there. We'll have the dragon eggs right there. Khaleesi here. She's also nearly 30 inches tall, which is about to the height of Red Sonja's head. So, when I'm sitting down like I'm watching Rambo 3, Khaleesi bust will go to about right there. And then there is Jon Snow. We'll have Night King to the left. I need to wall mount that, Targaryen plaque. And I'll probably do it right there. Maybe just move those sheets a little to the left. And of course, this will eventually be Terminator. Eventually will be Endo, Sarah, Arnold, T-1000. And that's it. We've already sold that Vampirella. And, I attempted to sell Red Sonja, but nobody wants to buy her. So I'm just like, okay, well, we'll keep her. Because she is still one of my absolute favorite statues. But we do want to get Prime 1 Vampiro, but we do need to come up with a plan on how to display it. And there's a few different options. I'm going to figure it out once I get Blade and kind of Vampirella. Honestly, I'd really like to display Red Sonja and Vampirella here in the middle room. I think that would be the best place for them, because they don't truly fit any theme in here outside of somewhat creatures and vampires, because, Vampirella's a vampire girl. So she does somewhat fit this theme. However, I really like these statues, and I don't necessarily want to sell them, and it's so hard to move them, that I think the best solution is to put them mid-room. And I think we're going to have to reduce some of my AVP. We either need to go all in Prime 1, or we need to sell XM Alien, XM Predator, and Prime 1 Predator, and then call it a day with Cinemaket, Berserker Infinity, Sideshow Wolf. Those are the 3 Predators, and call it a day. And maybe we switch out Fugitive Bust for like Aliens FX, Jungle Hunter Bust, which kind of supplements for this. Or we sell basically all the Predators over there, and XM Alien, lower that, and we'll have space for 3 Prime 1 Predators. Him, Berserker, and Wolf. So Prime 1 is not indicated yet. That Wolf will be made. We know we're getting Scar and P2 and Berserker. So far there's 4. Wolf is arguably the second most popular Predator, so there's no doubt in my mind they will make it. And of course they're going to take the Sideshow one into consideration, but they're definitely going to be doing a museum pose. What I think they'll do is they'll have him standing one leg on a dead alien. Mine is currently action pose, where he's like leaping off of one, which I do really like. But I'm pretty sure Prime 1 is just going to be like him standing one knee up on a, freaking alien, And maybe there's a few aliens on the base, and then I'll have a plethora of swap outs, probably 3 portraits, closed mouth, open mouth, masked, and tons of swap outs. So there's no doubt it's going to be better than the Sideshow one. So when I see it, I'm sure I'm going to be like, well, I need that. So that's why I'm extremely hesitant to sell this. I think I am good to sell XM Alien, XM Predator regardless, because I think in either plan they do need to go. You know, because looking at Blade, I'm probably going to want him right there in the corner, which means we'll have to move Pennywise, which will give a space for Celine and Blade in this wall. And Pennywise would need to go there, move this over, and get rid of those two, and then spread out to have 4 1/3s in the middle. So yeah, so this overall looks good. I need to wall mount the Alito poster behind her. I just haven't done it yet. And wall mount that. But overall, this is looking good. And what I actually did is I switched this shelf from the dark side shelf. So you guys remember I've been talking about wanting to do it, and I did do it. So this shelf now does extend out. Now, it's not as bad as I initially thought. Like, there's still plenty of space for me to walk up and visually see these two, as well as see everything here perfectly. You know, before it was more like this, now it's extended out. But this has benefited me in several ways. One, this is no longer cluttered, and I can fit his props and little bust next to him. And the sword can now be fitted properly. Before it was angled this way, that's the correct angle. So you got Darkseid, Steppenwolf, Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman now actually fits there. And I definitely think Aquaman looks much better over here. And over on this wall, it is actually like I can fit another statue. So I just spread it out right now, but there's actually a few ways you could do this. One, we could throw Black Adam and or Shazam right in the middle. Two, you could get J&D Wonder Woman. And you could also even do, I mean, you could do J&D bust, J&D bust, J&D bust, or the double bust, 3 J&D girls right in the middle. Which I think that would probably look even better, having the 3 J&D girls in the middle together. Just because they are smaller, the busts, you know, should be more towards the left, and the J&D girls in the middle. You know, I mean, this follows the suite of bust 1/3, bust 1/3, and so forth, but then this just has 5 1/3s. So I think it's fine to go ahead and do the 1/3s in the middle, you know, and just have like Mera bust next to, you know, Aquaman bust. I think that looks good. But yeah, this definitely looks much better, spread out better, you know, and having all of these guys right here. We still got, you know, great angles of everything. So yeah, check that out. Everything looks good. So yeah, so I mean, there's still plenty of space. Like, this is a solid 4+ feet of walking space. More space than any of my other rooms still. You know, we actually did just sell Mark 7 1/4 finally. So now it begs the question, do we truly sell Hulkbuster, you know, and then just do Black Adam down there? Or with the ability to have space over there, I could technically just throw Black Adam over there, and I think he would scale and look really good up high. You know, and just keep this like so with Hulkbuster, but instead of Mark 7, we would do the Avengers 2 one. I can't remember which Mark it is, but that's the actual accurate one to this, because Mark 7 did not go with Hulkbuster. You know, so, and I got my Mark 7 bust and half scale, so we don't need this one. I would prefer to have the one that actually matches this. It's a smaller statue, and frankly, I'd probably move Hulkbuster to the right and have the little Iron Man right there. But yeah, that one will go much better with this. If we decide to keep him, I'm just going to get that Mark. Can't remember which one, 40 something, 43 maybe. But that one would definitely fit in here better. Technically, you could do Iron Studios one, but that has a conflicting base being snow. We want the matching base. But yeah, overall, the 60-inch shelf did work good. You know, yeah, we definitely need to fit another statue in there just because it looks a little too spacious for my liking. When there's too much open space, honestly, I don't like it. You know, I don't like a cluttered look, but I also don't like too spacious, because then it looks too empty. When this, because the J&Ds aren't, you know, very spacious statues, we need a third J&D or Black Adam. And if we're doing Black Adam, he has to go in between the two busts, not next to a J&D. He, of course, is 36 inches tall. So he is quite big, like slightly taller than like these guys, because they're like 33 inches. So he'll be a little bit taller than the bus, but I think he'd be a good centerpiece, where Wonder Woman would only be a duplicate. And honestly, I feel like I'd rather have the golden suit versus the new one, because I think the golden suit, one, has better likeness, two, different suit, you have variety. But I think I'd still prefer Black Adam. One, it's going to be cheaper. Two, a new character. I don't have to place Black Adam next to Shazam because he never actually faced Shazam. He was more working with the Justice League Society or whatever of America, which is kind of similar to Suicide Squad, so I feel like he would go better there. Plus, I'd love to get him top shelf. So I think that is probably the best plan. Keep this like that. Move Hulkbuster over and do the other Iron Man there, and then do Black Adam right there. And I will Photoshop that. I haven't tried to Photoshop it yet. Yeah, blue is almost sold off. For this wall, we did, wall mount the Kratos thing here just to see how it looks. It does look great. And I did order the Gears of War statue. It was such a good price, and even if I don't do Gears here, I want to have it, and I don't think it's going to be... it is quite tall, but I think, it was $440, folks. That's so cheap. So I definitely got it. There is Devil May Cry down low. We had to do some rearranging here, but this is all set. We bought Resident Evil 3 because I actually rented it last time. And I can do a Resident Evil 3 poster here, or I could go ahead and take that right there and put that up there. So it's just a prop, and then technically do the Resident Evil 2 poster behind them. The only thing is the Resident Evil 2 poster, when I did try it, I thought it like conflicted with the statues, like you can't see it as good. So I'm kind of leaning towards a Resident Evil 3 poster, but I'm going to wait to get Nemesis just because he is a beastly statue. He is 3 feet tall. So, but yeah, you'll have Nemesis there, Jill there, the diorama angled like this, so I can see it from this angle, the full dio, and then I can walk around it. So I think it's going to go really good. I've also even thought, if I'm going to do like random video games in the hallway, maybe I should consider, doing her next to the Raptor, just because one, this has Raptors. Two, this is better top shelf, or Kratos can go bottom shelf. I could technically throw Kratos there, her there, and I do have an Xbox version of her game, so we can do all Xbox games. That's like the Xbox display, because this isn't a PlayStation exclusive. And then technically that does leave one free video game statue shelf there, which isn't a bad idea. Uncharted will go here. That would be free for a future video game statue. Now, I've always thought, what about that Link bust? If I do Link bust, it'd probably go best over there. Link bust, Link 1/4 means Halo would have to come back here, Laura here, maybe wall mount Kratos, and figure out something for Gears. We'll see in that Link bust. I also want to see that Creation Studio Link 1/4 in hands, see how good it is. Look at the scale. 'Cause I'm not really trying. I don't want to pre-order statues anymore. I just want to buy them when they're in stock. The problem with pre-ordering is, you have to spend money now, and it's not going to ship for potentially years. Two, your plans can change very, very quickly. I've had my plans change in a matter of days. And if I pre-ordered a statue during that time I thought I might fulfill that plan, I'd be out the deposits. Some plans I've solidified, no matter what, this is happening. Like Thor bust. I pre-ordered that because I knew for a matter of fact he is coming. But there's other statues that were kind of like, I want to get them, but I don't know if I have space and money. Like Resident Evil 3. I never pre-ordered those. I just bought them both when they were in stock. And so, it worked out better that way. Because let's say they were about to ship and I thought, I don't know if I can afford this at this time or fit it. And I cancel and lose $500. So yeah, I'm not looking to PO stuff anymore. Just buy it when it's in stock. But yeah, overall, I do like the changes to the collection. I think it's for the best. And most likely I'll still pass on that link bust. You know, if I was to get link bust, I wonder if I could fit it right there. You know, like let's say you moved Neo over to the left and moved Bloodborne somewhere else and just did link bust down there with link 1/4. You know, or just link bust by himself. That could look good. He's nearly 33 inches tall though, so he would be, you know, probably best we avoid it. But I will wait on that link bust. But I'm very excited for this upcoming week. So many amazing statues coming to the Flank Cave. So it's good times. You know, we'll see how good Boo Bust is. You know, you can see like the head size next to Sub-Zero. I'm still questioning, is this life size or isn't it? The hand is definitely huge. Like that's a huge ass hand. But maybe Boo just has big hands. You know, so when I compare it to like, you know, Goku bust, which if you were to compare my hand to his, they are roughly, you know, the same size. Same with Vegeta, like the fingers are the same. But when I compare my hand to this, I'm like, dude, is Boo bigger than a 6'4", 260-pound warrior? He's a little 4'9" dude. Anyways, folks, so yeah, I'm still considering the whole Warcraft selling. My buyer's being quite insistent. He wants to get them off me, but we'll see. I mean, it'd be great to get the cash. But I feel like if I was to sell off a line, what would make most sense is to sell off this line instead. You know, and if anything, you could technically move Warcraft down here and still have a free garage shelf for something else. You know, so it's like, I feel like Warcraft would go great in this room. You definitely fit it right there. Or fit it right there and move those two over here. That'd probably actually work even better. Move Turtles back there, G.I. Joe there, and something else there. And then do Warcraft here so it's closer to Lord of the Rings. The only annoying thing is that bar blocks whoever would go there. So let's say it's Duratan, it's going to block them. You know, right now it doesn't really affect Storm Shadow too much. Anyways, folks, that's kind of what I wanted to go over with you guys. Now, you don't see a ton of changes to the collection, you know, with this like statue display update, but believe me, it was a lot of work to do this. One, I had to move this television over onto Arnold shelf, so I had to remove those two, move the TV over all by my lonesome, no one's helping me. So move that, remove the 60-inch shelf and all the statues in it, remove all that, because that was a 36-inch shelf, and build a 48, swap this out for the Dark Side shelf, so I had to remove Dark Side, Steppenwolf, all those statues. Dude, Steppenwolf is freaking heavy as fuck. Like, he's like a 70-pound statue. And then build the statue shelf in that room, and then put all the statues back, and then move the TV back and put all the statues back, fix the lighting, it was a lot of work. Like, I was literally busy all day doing this. But I'm happy I did it because I knew it was necessary, especially since I've already bought Night King. He's shipping today. He'll be here in a few days. So we need to make sure we have the proper space for him. Blade is still TBD. You know, I'm really inkling of putting them right there. And if I do that, we definitely got to get rid of XM Alien, XM Predator. So I'd probably sell the pair for $3K shipped, which is a great deal. So if anyone's interested, message me. You know, that solves Blade and Celine's issue. Vampirella and Red Sonja, like I said, I'd love to get those two mid-room. I would love to get those two mid-room. You know, even if I did, let's say, Predator, like another small shelf right here, similar to this, and maybe moved Predator right here, and then did Red Sonja, Vampirella here. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I've also, you know, of course, considered Blade and Celine there, Vampirella, Red Sonja there, but then you have to remove those or sell them. I really like those. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Also, let me know, which video do you want to see first? Do you want to see Blade, Boo Bust, or Jill? I kind of feel like Blade, simply because we haven't seen any in-hand photos. This is the only thing we've seen, at least that I've seen. We've already seen Boo, like Hexapis has been posting it, Nerdsphere. We've seen Jill Valentine. So I think we should do Blade first, and then probably Boo, and then Jill. And then, of course, we'll have Night King and Nemesis. I'll do Night King first because we haven't seen them, and then do Nemesis. Alrighty, folks. See you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.